Hey, what's up you guys? It's Julia. Hope all is well and welcome back to my channel. So I was one of the lucky ones and Anastasia and her team sent me the Subculture palette early. It is so beautiful. I am so excited about this palette. It's so creative and there's nothing like it on the market, and I just see endless combinations. When I first got the palette and I opened it up, I was a little bit overwhelmed because I didn't know what shades I wanted to use, but then I started looking at it in threes and it started to make a lot more sense. So just another quick thank you to Anastasia and Nervina and their team. They did a killer job on this palette and I'm so excited to do many looks with it. So now I'm going to swatch the whole palette for you guys so you can see if it's something you see yourself wearing or whatnot. I did not prime my skin with anything, so this is just the bare shadows by themselves. So this is Cube. Next is Roxy, Dawn, Electric, Destiny, Fudge, Adorn, New Wave, All Star, Untamed, Mercury, Edge, Axis, and Rowdy. So as you can see, the shadows are extremely pigmented, so beautiful, so easy to work with. So without further ado, let's jump into the tutorial part of this video. So I'm first going to be taking the shade Dawn, like this guy, on an Anastasia A10 brush, and I'm going to be popping that into the crease for our first transition shade. Transition shades are important so that the darker colors that we're going to add later are going to blend easier. Now with the same brush, I'm going to be dipping into New Wave right here. It's a nice mustardy yellow shade. I'm going to put that just a little lower than that first Dawn shade. Now on an Anastasia A25 brush, I'm going to be dipping into the shade All Star, this burgundy red shade. And I'm going to be popping this right on the outer corner here. This shade is so pigmented. You want to touch your brush down where you want the most pigmentation to be, and then I'm going to drag that into the crease just to add more depth there, and then just blend that out so that it is halfway onto the lid. These eyeshadows are like the classic Anastasia quality, so they just practically blend themselves out. They're one of my favorite eyeshadow brands. And then I'm going to just go in with that first blending brush that we took and just further blend so that it's seamless. Now on this A3 packing brush from Anastasia, I'm going to be dipping into the shade Adorn, which is my favorite shade out of this whole palette. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to be packing that on to the rest of the lid, the inner half there. Now back with that A25 brush, I'm going to be taking that New Wave shade, that mustardy yellow, and bringing that all along the lower lash line and smoking that out pretty far. And then dipping into the All Star shade with the same brush and just focusing this shade on the outer maybe halfway. Really focusing on the roundness here, so I'm just gonna go like that. I'm taking that blending brush again and just smoking it out and making everything super blended. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going to be taking the shade Moonstone from the Sun Dip Glow Kit. This guy, and popping that in there. And also on under the brow, on the brow bone. And that's all for eyeshadow, so now I'm going to go apply some mascara and some lashes, and I will be right back. The mascara I'm going to be using is my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara, and the lashes I'll be using are House of Lashes Boudoir Light. And this is the finished eye look. And now for the rest of my face, I'm first going to go in with the new Anastasia Liquid Glow. I have been using this for about a week now, and I've been really loving it. I find with a lot of liquid highlighters, they tend to lift your foundation up, but I have used this with a beauty blender, my fingers, and a brush, and I haven't had any foundation lifting up or anything. So I've been really enjoying this. It's very easy to apply, and I'm a big fan of that. So today I'm going to be using the shade Perla. This is the one that matches me the best. I find that the others are a little bit too dark for me, but I like the other shades to use on my body, like the tops of my shoulders if I'm going to the beach or a pool or anything. I think they'll be gorgeous, or even on a night out. Very pretty. I'm going to be applying it with a brush today, and the brush I'm going to be using is this Anastasia A23 brush, and you just need like the smallest amount of this stuff. Just a little bit goes a long way. So what I like to do is I just dip a little bit and rub a little bit of it off, and then just dab where I want it, and then flip the brush and just blend it out. I find that this is a little bit more of a glittery highlight, not so much as like a natural balmy, like sweaty kind of glow. It's more dramatic. The bridge of my nose. And the chin. Top of the lip. Cupid's bow. So pretty. I actually prefer liquid highlighters because I find that they settle more into the skin and look a little more natural than a powder would just like sit on top, and I find that powders also accentuate texture a lot, and I like to look as natural as I can. Now to bronze up the skin, I'm going to be taking my Melt Makeup Matte Bronzer in Baked, and I'm just applying that like this and up here, the forehead. This stuff like smells so nice. I don't know, it smells like Play-Doh. Reminds me of my childhood. And now I'm just gonna blend it out with this Sephora Airbrush Precision foundation brush. I love this shade of bronzer. It's like so perfect for summer. I've been using it non-stop, and it just blends so easily. I'm really loving it. Now for blush, I'm going to be taking the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Berry Adore. These are very pigmented, so you have to be a little careful. Make sure to tap that. I don't know why I put blush on my forehead and my nose. Does anyone else do that? Now for the hardest part, deciding what lip color I want to wear. Do I want glossy? Do I want matte? Do I want nude? Do I want dark? I don't know. Okay, I finally decided I'm going to be a little bold and I'm going to go in with Trust Issues by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This has been a very Anastasia heavy tutorial, hasn't it? And that's it, you guys. So I really recommend on picking up this palette. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's so versatile. You can create hundreds of combinations of looks, and it's just so beautiful. I just love it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something neat today. I will make sure to list all the products I use in the description below. Please subscribe, and if you have any questions or any recommendations, or if you want to see any more looks using the Subculture palette, please leave them down below. Charlie wanted to make her last second guest appearance. Charlie, look, it's your time to shine. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. We will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.